Okay, in this section we're going to take the two rules we've built so far. So we've built a rule that suggests price is going to be greater than the 34 moving average, and another rule that's given me a bullish engulfing candle. So I've just described the details of the bullish engulfing candle. Now I'm going to put them together, and that then is the setup. So the next rule I'm looking at building is a setup. So the setup is these two rules, plus obviously other rules if you wanted to put other rules up there. So at the moment this defaults to setup here, so we're going to call this, we'll call it bullish engulfing. Engulfing. So we've got that as bullish engulfing, and I'll put a H on the end there because I do like to spell correctly. You can go back and correct them, fortunately. So it then asks for the setup conditions. Well, we got some conditions. So we're looking for the core rules to go in there. So setup condition is core rules. So drag and drop. Now, if you built all your core rule into one particular example, I showed this previously on a stochastic setup, and I built it all as one, but here I'm building it as part. So let's do the building as part. So what I need to do is go and find my core rules, and there's I've got a long version. So test rule 1 above the 34, we'll click that in there. I want to add, so I come over to here, add another rule, and I need to say and here, so it's just logic. So I need it to be above the 34, price to be above the 34, and I want it to show me a bullish engulfing, so we're going to the bullish engulfing. And that's the setup condition for now we're going to test on. Then what we'll do is, what happens then when that setup is made? Do we just want it just to give me a little signal? What do we want it to do? Well, you can come down to order information. We don't want that at all. We want actions. And what I'm going to do, and when I run it in semi-automatic, I just pause the backtest. So we're going to pop a pause of the backtest in there. So you can build a lot of the strategy up and still pause it into the backtest, and then add other rules as you go through. I'll show you that all as we go through these videos. But for now, this is going to give you a pause in the backtesting. So let's give it a go now and see. So we're going to save this rule, bullish engulfing rule. We'll save this. So that's a setup rule complete. So price will be above the 34, and it will give me a bullish engulfing candle. And when it does that, for now, I've just asked it to pause the backtest. Right, let's close the orders and let's go and do a backtest to see if that works. Now, at the moment, you will have to set up a backtest. You just got to click on New Backtest. You can title it what you want. We'll call it bullish. Well, just call it engulfing, because I'm going to put bearish one on here as well. So we call it our engulfing candles. You can set how much money you want. If you want it sterling, do whatever. This is 100,000. You may say, well, it's your 10,000 or even 1,000. So get an idea of how much you're going to make eventually. But you can set the rules as you go along anyway and change them. Now it's got a starting date on that of the overall picture here, but I'm just looking for the euro US dollar. Let's see what starting date. Okay, so that starts first. The data goes back as far as the 1st of 3rd 2010. So we're going to start on the euro dollar. Click next. Now we can change time zones, etc. here, but I don't really want to at this stage. I would just want to keep things simple and test what I've already built. So I don't need to do anything here. So we'll finish this, and it brings up the test format. Now we're going to use a setup rule. So the setup rules are over here, and there's our bullish engulfing. So we need to drag our bullish engulfing onto the page. So you just literally drag it across, drop it on there. It's very much like you would do on MT4 when you're adding an indicator or something. You can just drag them across and drop them. Now it doesn't come up and ask me any more details. I can check the details out here, and I can check the individual parts of the details here. So I can just by clicking on them, but we don't need to do that because we know what they are and we've checked them. Next, we start running it. To run it, we just go over to the right hand corner here, the green button, and press it, and it will run. Now if you notice, all of a sudden the 50 moving average, or sorry, 34 moving average appeared, and then it's just stopped. Well, there's a bullish engulfing candle. That works. Let's do it. Another one, bullish engulfing candle. Another bullish engulfing candle. That works. So all we need to do now is flip it and add the short version as well. So we'll do that in the next video. You get this far and then we'll do it on the next video.